Good morning, students. This is Nilim Agrawal, your English mentor. Children, we have already discussed about this chapter, that is The Lost Spring by Anis Jung, in our virtual class. Let us have some more explanation through these slides. Anis Jung, she is an Indian woman who authored so many books like Seven Sisters, and they all are based upon this miserable condition of India. She has been a columnist for major newspaper in India also and abroad too, whose most of the work is basically on unveiling India. That means she has written this book known as Unveiling India, and that was a detailed chronicle of lives of women in India. This book was basically dealt about the lives of women in India. The various books that was authored by Anis Jung are, they are Seven Sisters, which basically based on the Muslim women in India, condition of their Muslim women in India, and she has written several subsequent books on the same matter. She was highly concerned about children also. That's why she has written the book named The Lost Spring, The Stolen Childhood. Beyond the Country Yard is based on interviews with the daughters of women, and she had talked to the first Unveiling India, and many of the horrifying tales continue. In the story, The Lost Spring, Stories of Stolen Childhood, in 2005, she basically focused on the deprived backgrounds of the children who were leading miserable life, and some children who has been kidnapped and forced to work in the carpet industry in Mirzapur. Some other were maltreated by their alcoholic fathers and married off early and sexually abused. Some were the refugee from various countries. They took shelter and leading their miserable life. A section of this book is a part of English curriculum in so many schools also. Some more books from Anis Jung, that is When a Place Become a Person in 1977, The Song of India. She noted for her lively and vivid description about she rarely provides any solution for these problem very well said that child labor and poverty is inevitable bound to each other. That means they cannot be separate. If you want to eradicate poverty, you need to eradicate first child labor. Otherwise, they are bound together in such a manner that one cannot exist in the presence, one cannot exist in the absence of other. If you want to reform this society, if you want to eradicate poverty from the Indian society, we need to eradicate child labor first. As we all know that this poverty is a social disease of this country, and you will have both poverty and child labor to the end of the time. If we will try to eradicate one, then only it would have been possible to eradicate child labor or poverty from the society. If we talk about the chapter that is The Lost Spring by Anis Jung, this basically based on this exploitation of children in a hazardous job. The job like bangle making, rack picking, these children are leading in a very thoughtless tradition where whatever work their ancestors were doing, they need to follow the same work. In this condition, they had totally lost their childhood, their innocence, their education, and their play. That's why the lesson is called as the lost child, the lost spring. Lost means completely left, spring means happiness of life. Hence, the title is justified. The result is backbreaking hard work, dismal working condition, and acceptance of poverty and exploitation as in destiny. These children has accepted their exploitation, poverty, and dismal working condition as a destiny that no one can change their destiny. There is an absolute need to provide. This is the time where we should provide them a dignified life, an opportunity to dream something good. And this is the absolute time to do something for these poverty stricken people, especially children, because they are the future of the nation. So this is the absolute time to do something for such kind of children who are leading miserable life. If we take a story at a glance, we would find that this story narrates a child named Sahib-e-Alam, whose name suggests that a lord of universe, but basically he was picking rags from the heaps of garbage. So here Anis Jung has explained the life of two children, that is Sahib-e-Alam, and next one is Mukesh, who wanted to learn car driving. Sahib is the son of two parents who was a refugee from Bangladesh. Their house was swept away, even their fields and their everything was swept away in the storm of 1971. So they started living in Simapuri, which is situated on the periphery of Delhi, and Simapuri means nothing than rag picking. Sahib, like Sahib, so many children were picking rags from the heaps of garbage. They are around 10,000 in number. They daily used to come out from their houses like birds of morning, and they used to go to their houses like evening birds. Whenever after completing their work, they used to move towards their places. They searched the rags and garbage and tried to find out the coins in them. Sometimes they found 1 rupee coin, sometimes 10 rupee coin, and sometimes even more than that. Sahib did not attend any kind of school because there is no school near his neighborhood. That means the place were too dirty, that is open drainage, there is no drainage over there. The condition was so miserable where the animals and the human beings, they were living together because the places, the houses in which they were residing were too much dirty. So they need to share their accommodation with the animals like rats, cats, dogs, and so on. They were sharing their accommodation with these kind of animals. Sahib was too poor to wear chappals, and his wanted to play tennis. This was his longing dream. Someone gave him a pair of tennis shoes, but he would never get a chance to play the game himself. At last, Saif got employed in a tea stall. He was not happy because his freedom was taken away. He was carrying a canister which was much heavier than his bag of rags. So he was not at all happy because his freedom was taken away. So in this way, 2 million child workers under